Hi, and welcome to this free sample from my anxiety course, which you can find on udemy.com. If you like it, do consider getting the course. It's only about $15, and that seems like a small price to pay if I can make a difference and help you feel a bit less stressed. But the other thing is, I think you'd like my free email tip of the month. Why not sign up for that? Cost you nothing, it's free forever, it never repeats, and it often includes either reduced price coupons or even freebie coupons for new courses that I'm releasing. I make about one course a month. So if you get my tip of the month, you will never miss a freebie or money off for courses that I'm releasing. So please do sign up for my tip of the month. And here we go with the video.
Now, something that's really important is what you say to yourself inside your head. Do you have a voice in your head, by the way? Or is it just me? Some people have two voices which argue, but most of us have a voice in our head which says things like, oh, I wish I hadn't done that, or oh, I know that talk's going to be awful, oh, I'm dreading that. So if you've got a voice in your head that says, giving presentations makes me anxious, or talking to my boss makes me anxious, then you need to change that. And so you should have a really positive mantra that replaces and pushes out the bad one. So something like, I love making calls to new people. It's easy and I'm great at it. Or, it doesn't matter what people think of me. Now that's quite a good mantra, isn't it? It doesn't matter what people think of me. You know, I am what I am. Or, I can't do anything about it, so I'm not going to worry about it. So if it's something that you really can't do anything about, just say to yourself, I can't do anything about it, so I'm not going to worry about it. And that covers everything from North Korea to whether your nose is too big. You know, you can't do anything about it, don't worry about it. Another mantra I really like is, I used to get anxious, but I don't anymore. Because mantras have to be in the present. So you can't say, I'm going to be calm soon, or something like that, because that's saying you're not. But if you say, well, I used to be anxious, but I don't worry anymore about small stuff. I'm calm and I'm in control of my life. Something like that. You need to find a sentence that you like, that you feel comfortable saying. And while you say it, you visualize the good outcome. So you say to yourself, it's all going to be fine. And you imagine it going really well. If you've got to give a talk to a big audience, for example, just imagine it's going to be great. Imagine them all clapping and cheering at the end, and you're just thinking of all these great ideas, and just say to yourself, it's all going to be fine. And the key with the mantra is to say exactly the same words every time. So initially, write it down on a piece of card or something so you've got it. So something like, I am always calm and in control, or whatever your phrase is, and say exactly the same thing. Because that rams it into your subconscious and it thinks, you know, he or she is always saying that, so it must be true. But you have to say it exactly the same way every time. It's all going to be fine. If you think about what worrying is actually visualizing the outcome that you don't want. So that's really mad, isn't it? So instead of visualizing it going well, which is what you should do, you're actually visualizing it going badly. And if you visualize your mouth going dry and losing thread of your talk and the audience all sort of looking bored, then that's what will happen, because your subconscious will think, oh, that's what he wants. And it will then do that for you. But of course, it's not what you want. So worrying is really crazy. Why would you visualize something that you don't want? So we visualize the positive, and that pushes the other one out of your head, because you can only hold one thing in there at a time. So one pushes the other one out of your head. So don't worry about things that make them happen. Don't think problems into existence. As soon as you start thinking, what if there's a problem, it will affect your body language, and therefore other people will pick up on that. So if you start thinking, what if they don't like me? Then they're going to sense that distance between you and them, and then it's harder to have that relationship. So I read in a sales book once that you should imagine going in and it going really well. So just before you go in through the door to the customer, imagine the customer being really nice and saying, this is great, I'll take 10. Because then you go in there feeling positive, and they pick that subtle body language up when you go in. And they think it's because you're pleased to see them, so they like you more, and everything then just builds and is great. So don't think problems into existence. Quite often other people care less than you think. about you. And I know that sounds like a bad thing to say, but quite often they don't even notice that, you worry about whether your nose is too big. Other people haven't even noticed your nose. Or, you worry about what are they going to think of this shirt. They don't care about your shirt. And so I think a lot of anxiety is completely unfounded. So a good mantra is that other people aren't going to worry. And one that my wife taught me I really like is, it's quite old fashioned. Apparently her grandmother used to say to her, "Who will stop their carriage to look at you?" And I love that because, all these people going past in life, whether they're in a car or not, they're not going to bother to stop and get all that interested in you. And, does that sweater look good on you? Should you be wearing those shoes? Unless you're way off, it's not a problem. Other people are not bothered. So I think a good mantra is, other people are not bothered about me. So we want positive mantras, particularly a good long-term future. So imagine what the future is going to look like for yourself and for your life. What image of yourself do you want to have for 5 years' time that's in the back of your mind all the time? I'm in control, it's going well, my boss loves me, the job's going well. And have a kind of long-term dream for how you want to be. And then your subconscious will work on that and slowly make it happen. So that long-term view of where you want to go, it takes you beyond your daily obstacles and all those small worries that are there, because it doesn't matter, because you're on your path to where you want to be. So what's your mantra going to be? What's your positive statement about yourself going to be? Write it down on a card and constantly repeat it until it becomes true.
So I hope you enjoyed that video from my anxiety course. I hope you found it interesting as well as practical. I always try to make my training as practical as I can. Obviously, if you liked it, do consider getting the course. And by the way, if you want to get the course for the cheapest possible price, go to my website and get a coupon from there, and you'll get it cheaper than if you just go straight to Udemy. So the coupons are on my page. You go to chriscroft.com, just look for free resources, and then go to the coupon page. Scroll down to the course you want, and that will be the cheapest price you'll ever get it for. But also, please do sign up for my tip of the month. And that's where I put links to new courses that I'm releasing. And I put a lot of coupons on there for either free access to new courses and also reduced price access. I also put loads of other stuff on tip of the month. Every time I think of something good, I save it all up. And once a month, I send it out to my 20,000 readers. So please join our little club and sign up for tip of the month.